We are going to learn how to solve systems of equations using matrices. So a matrix is an array of numbers organized by rows and columns. So here are the rows. So we have 2 rows on here, and these are the columns. So these just have numbers in them. So when we solve systems, we are going to put the coefficients in the rows and in the columns. So here are our steps. This is using the TI-84 Plus. So it's your calculator that you have or the one that we have in class. Write your equations in standard form. So remember, standard form is the AX plus BY equals C. So they can't be written in Y equals form. If they're written in Y equals form, we can use our other method, which was by graphing. Next step, write the coefficients of the equations in matrix form. So coefficients are your A, B, and C. Then we're going to do this example using those steps. Let's see. Then we're going to press second, and then this X to the -1, that's matrix. So I want everybody to go ahead and do that. Be at your home screen and go second. Do you see where it has matrix in blue? Matrix. And we're going to go over to math and go down to B, or you can actually go up until you get to B. This RREF is called row reduced echelon form. So it's just a way of simplifying a matrix and solving systems. So you don't need to know what it means. This is actually something that I learned whenever I was in college in a course that I took, linear algebra. But you don't need to know what it means. So you're going to push enter. And now we have RREF. Not just REF. It has to have the RR. Okay? Now we're on step 4. Press alpha zoom. Alpha zoom. And now it gives us, see this little matrix MTRX? Now it's going to ask us how many rows and how many columns.
That's so cool.
So whenever we do this, we want, see how our rows here? Right now in Algebra 1, we're just dealing with 2 variables. So we are going to do a 2 row by 3 column.
Mine doesn't go like what?
So you go 2 by 3.
Mine's not doing it. I even talked to it. I whispered it.
So just the 84s look like this. So you would just go over 2 and then down by 3 and hit OK. So either calculator will work the same way.
Can you explain this again?
Then you're going to go down to where it says OK and push OK. And now it opens up a matrix, and it has zeros in each one of those spots.
Mine's not going over.
And we are going to use the examples. This one. Go ahead and put those in. Give a 2 by 3, push in there. And then go down to So arrow over, don't push enter. Okay, so you should have those numbers put in. And the way where these numbers came from was the coefficients. The coefficient of x is 1. So you can convert this to a matrix by doing your coefficients. 1, then a -2, then a 2, a 3, a 1, and a 6. So that's where that came from. And see how both of these are in standard form? So this column is all the x's. Go ahead and write down what I'm writing. This column is all the y's. And this column is the equal whatever the number is, the c. So once we push enter, this reduces our system down into the row reduced echelon form. So our solution is written like this. See how this is the same? So what that means is, remember how we said that the first row was x's? First row, no column, sorry. First column is x's, second column is y's, next column is equal the number. So if I have 1, 0, 2, and 0, 1, 0, then what that means is that x, y, and then the number. So if I were to convert this back to an equation in standard form, I would have 1x plus 0y equals 2. And if I reduce that, I don't need the 0y, I don't need the 1. It's just x equals 2. And so then the other one is 0x plus 1y equals 0. So y equals 0. So my solution is x is 2, y is 0. That's all you do. That solves your system for you. What do y'all think? Takes a little bit of time. There is another way to put matrix in. Caden, did you know the other way to put the matrix in? Okay. Do you like this way better? It is faster, yeah.
So I guess we're gonna do that.
Okay, so then we just have examples on the inside. So I just want y'all to practice doing this. So I'm going to do it with y'all. I'm going to clear that out. So make sure that your x's, so I'm just going to carry them down. 4, 5. I'm going to write the matrix down. Then I'm going to put in 3, -8, 24, -17. And matrix have these brackets around them. They're not parentheses, they're brackets.
You have to keep it.
And it does it for you whenever you put it on the calculator. So let's follow those steps again. If you need to look back at the front, you can, or I'm going to do it with you. So go to, y'all remember? Second matrix. Go to math. Now I want to do that RREF, which is the B. And then do alpha, zoom. And I want it to be a 2 by 3, so make sure it's 2 rows. See, these are your rows. And 3 columns. Then go down to the OK. Push OK. Then it opens up that matrix. So 3, arrow over. 4, then 3, then 24, 5, negative 8, negative 17.
Oh, it's negative 17?
Yes. Push enter. And then this gives us 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, 4. A whole lot quicker. So X, Y, and a number. I just learned this method just recently. I didn't know you could do it either. We were doing it the long way before. So X equals 3, Y equals 4. So then your solution where they intersect in the graph is 3, 4. Yeah.
So if it has like a 1 or a 0,
No, because all this is saying is 1x, 0y, 3 equals 3. So that just means x equals 3. 0x, 1y, 4 means 1y equals 4 or y equals 4. So that's kind of the format that it's giving you your solution in. Do what? You're going by the numbers. So your solution will always be written as 1, 0, some number, 0, 1, some number.
So it's always
In that format.
on the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's like x equals that number, y equals that number. That's how your solution will always come out in your calculator. All right, so let's do the next one. So we're going to convert this to a matrix. 3, negative 2, 13. If there is an x, you're going to put a 1 there because the coefficient is 1. 2, 7. So we're going to do those together. What do you think you need to do? They're not in standard form. You need to put it in standard form. 0.5, yeah. But you need to move it over to the other side or move the y over. Okay, so this one comes out to be 1, 0, 5, 0, 1, 1. So if you are not getting the same answer as me, you need to make sure you're putting in your coefficients correctly. Do y'all agree with this? Is that what y'all got? Okay. So x equals 5, y equals 1. So our solution is 5, 1. Okay, the next one. 2, negative 1, negative 4, negative 3, 1, negative 9. Okay. Okay, so how are you feeling on those first 3 examples? Pretty good? Feeling confident, hopefully? Okay, so let's look at the next one. So this one, this is kind of like what we've been doing where we have to end up solving one of them for y and then graphing. But if we want to do it the matrix way, we need to put this in standard form. So we have y equals, let's change that to 0.5x. You can keep it as a fraction though. And I wanted to have x, y, and a number. So I'm just going to move one of them over. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to do minus y. So I get 0.5x minus y. That's 0. But I could actually just put this as 0.5x minus y equals 0. There are other ways of doing it though, but that's just the way that I decided to do it. So now our system of equations is 0.5x minus y equals 0, and 2x plus y equals 10. So put this in the matrix. Did you get something different?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
You got all 0. No way though.
Okay. Yeah, double check your numbers. Did you put in a 0.5 or a 5?
No, I didn't choose the right V.
Okay. Okay, did y'all get the same thing as me? 4, 2? Sometimes I make mistakes, so y'all let me know. So then I'm just going to write 4, 2. Okay, let's look at the next one. This one, we don't even have an x. So if we don't have an x, then what is x? 0. So we need to rewrite this as 0x plus y equals negative 6. So then it's 4x plus y equals 2.
That's a negative 0. How's that?
So we need to look at that. So what does that mean?
No solution. Oh.
We'll see. We'll see in just a minute. What I want you to do is solve these for y and see what you get. Solve that one for y and see what you see. See what does that tell you whenever it does that. So then our solution comes out to be 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, negative 6. So it's 2, negative 6. Okay, do y'all agree? Is that what y'all are getting? Okay. All right, let's do the next one. All right, this one's in standard form, but this one is not. What do I need to do to this? Y equals 3x plus 2. Well, I need to get the x to that side because there's already a number here. So I want to keep this 2 here.
Okay.
So I want to minus 3x to both sides.
Okay.
So it's negative 3x plus y equals 2.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Now that I have it finished.
Oh. Okay, so then we have a 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 3, 1, and 2.
Ooh, Kelly, you got bad. Things you got.
Thank you.
I'm all
So 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 3, 1, 2. Did I put everything in right? All right, so look at our answer. Oh, and look what I can do, y'all. I can change it. Okay, so bring your phone up here, please. Okay, so that's what we put in. So I push enter. Then I go to math, and I want to change them to fractions. And then I get it in fraction form. So this is 1, negative 1/3, negative 2/3, 0, 0, 0. Oh, what is that? Why did it do that? So we don't even have an x equals. Hello? Hey. He isn't even here today. Yes. Okay, thanks. Bye. So we got to figure out what this means. Does it mean no solution or does it mean all real numbers? What does this mean? So we're going to think about, it can't mean both, it has to mean one or the other. Let's think about these in y equals form so we can look at it in the graph. So that's one of them in y equals form. So let's get this other one in y equals form. So we have 6x minus 2y equals negative 4. Here. I need to get this to say y equals. So I need to do minus 6x minus 6x. Negative 2y equals negative 6x minus 4. Then what do I need to do? Divide by negative 2. Y equals negative 6 over negative 2. 3x. Negative 4 divided by a negative 2 plus 2. What do you see about these two? They're equal. So what does this mean about solutions? What's my solution if they're equal? Yeah, they're the same line. So if they're the same line, we have infinitely many solutions. So you'll get the bottom row being all zeros and then the top row being numbers. And that'll tell you have infinitely many solutions. Okay, you're going to put this on the next page in your journal, and then you have one assignment to do.